Hello, everyone. So I see I'm live. Hopefully, we'll get some people coming in today. If not, as I said before, you can go ahead and just watch the video afterwards. Sorry, my hair keeps moving back and forth. So it's like it has a mind of its own right now. So let me just adjust this right here a little bit. So I want to thank all of you for being here. If you're not here at the time when we do everything live, perfectly okay. You will be able to see the videos later on. But thank you, all of you for being here. Whoever shows up at any time, thanks. And you'll be able to go back and just check the video. Well, I've been off for about 2 months. So I haven't done any videos. I haven't done anything at all. And it's been 2 months of basically going back, almost like going back to the beginning and having a dark night of the soul, going back and reliving things that have happened before, kind of in dreams in my life, and then kind of realizing, well, wait, this is a dream. Why am I even here? Like, I don't need to put up with this nonsense. So it was kind of a death and a rebirth, another one. And a lot of people say, well, how many are you going to have? How many would we have? Who knows at this point? I've lost count of how many times I've had to reset. I've had to go back. I've had to, recheck things, look at things again. And, it is what it is. If spirit says that we have to go through this and we have to do this, then we have to do it. And it just is what it is at this point. And I'm really hot. So when you channel spirit, at least for me, I get very, very hot. So I'm wearing my tank top. I was going to change to another shirt, but no go. So as I said before, if you're new to my channel, I'm White Iris. The channel is White Iris Intuitive. If you've been here before, you know who I am. But I have been doing a lot of channeling. So a lot of writing. I mean, I must have 30 or 40 pages of channeling, of writing that I've been accumulating for the past 2 months. And it's been a topsy-turvy ride. It really has. There were points where I didn't even know if I was going to keep doing the videos or not on top of that. So that was one thing where, excuse me for one moment, someone's asking me if I'm already live. Let me just get this info out. Okay. So, and going back and forth. So as I said before, it was a lot of going back and forth. It was a lot of, am I doing the right thing? Is this what I should be doing? And spirit saying, okay, this is time for a reset. This is time for us to take a step back, reevaluate, and then go forward from there. So one of the things that had happened in the early beginning was that I was watching a documentary. Didn't even know this person had a documentary. Did not put this person down in the hashtags on the bottom because I'm not going to, exploit this person. But Pamela Anderson, love her to death. Have always loved her. And I was watching her documentary one day and I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know that she was on Broadway and this and that. And she was talking about the fact that she had been married so many times. And the first thought that came through my head, like the first thing that I heard was looking for love in all the wrong places. And I was hearing that song playing and then I was like, yeah, it is kind of like that. And then I heard, no, it's not looking for love in all the wrong places. What it is you're looking for the love of the creator. You remember the love of the creator. You remember how it felt. You remember what it was to be one with the creator. And when you come here, there's a lot of us that go through this. That's what you're looking for. So it's not looking for love in all the wrong places. Although the person that came up with that song had an idea of what he or she was talking about. But what it really is that we're looking for the love of the creator in another person, not realizing that it's that type of love we have to find for ourselves first. So if we don't have that love for ourselves, what the universe is going to do is it's going to show us, and it's going to give us exactly the type of love that we have in ourselves. So if you don't if you don't believe that you're worthy of love, that you deserve love, someone is going to come into your life that's going to show you exactly that yes, you are unworthy, yes, you don't deserve it, and on top of everything else. Now, I could say that, poor you, because you came in and you had a narcissist in your life. I did too. When these things happen, it's because of the simple fact that we do not believe that we deserve the right type of love. And then that individual comes in and shows us, well, yeah, okay, I'm going to show you exactly that you don't deserve that type of love. In order to get us to awaken to exactly what it is that we want and what we need. Going through that, I was like, oh my God, like I hadn't thought about that in a really long time. And it was funny that that came up that way. Well, it's not funny because spirit, gives us what we need at the time that we need it. And then there was another thing that I saw on Instagram, and the question was, what did love teach you? And the first thought that came through my head was, love taught me that I can't rely on anyone. And I was like, oh, wow, I still feel that way, because that's the first thought that came into my mind. And I was like, okay, so I need to reevaluate, and I need to rework what it is that I'm doing and what it is that I am going to be doing in the future. So I was like, okay, let's get down to it. Let's do the work. So basically, in solitude. Now, when you're in solitude, a lot of people think it's a punishment. A lot of people think, oh, aren't you lonely? No. When you're in solitude, when you are reevaluating, several things are going to happen. So the creator is going to get rid of those people that should not be in your life, that are not adding to, but taking away from, and those people will go silent. You will always have people in your life that will be your naysayers, that will tell you out of love, you should take it down a notch, you shouldn't say this, you shouldn't say that. So there's going to be people that while you're in that solitude, and I look at it as when Superman goes to the fortress of solitude, when he needs to take time off. That's how I was. I was in the fortress of solitude. I was going through my own stuff, going through my own thoughts, and kind of realizing, okay, so this is something that I hadn't let go of. So let go of it now. And it was kind of, and I wrote this down because I knew I was going to forget the name of the movie. So if you ever saw, where is it? Here it is. If you ever saw Divergent, so when the main character, Beatrice, is being tested to see which faction she was going to go to, and when they put her under, at first she would struggle, but then she would realize, oh, this isn't real. And then she would do something unexpected, kind of like get herself out in a different way where she wasn't supposed to. That's how it was for me. So I would be dreaming, or I would be meditating, and a scenario will come through, and I would be like, and I would say, well, wait a minute, this isn't real. I don't need to put up with this. And I'm just going to turn around and walk away. Meanwhile, the other characters are like, well, wait a minute, don't walk away. And I'm like, no, I don't need to. This is a dream. I'm not going to indulge this nonsense in a dream. And when I said that, then Spirit was like, exactly. This is what you have to understand. People are going to be who they are, and they're going to say what they're going to say. You don't need to acknowledge it. You don't need to indulge it. You need to be able to get through it and walk away from it right away, because you already know this. And with manifestation, that was another key that I was like, okay, so I need to get back to manifestation. I need to get back to, getting real down back to the basics and the core when I first started. And when I did, it was like, okay, so I know it works. And I know that this is the way to manifest, this is the best way. But why am I not manifesting for the things that I want? So I manifested when I first moved down here. I'd always drive down a park, and I would say, it would be so great if there was a sidewalk here. So every time I would drive by there, I would imagine the sidewalk already built. I would imagine myself walking on the sidewalk. I would even walk on it barefoot. I would feel the cement under my feet. And within like 6 or 7 months, the sidewalk was being built. So I said, I know that it works because I've done it. So what is stopping me from manifesting what I want for myself? And when I first started manifesting years ago, I started out with, I am worthy. I am worthy of this. I am worthy of that. I am worthy of love. And I got to a point where I started saying, you know what? I deserve love. I deserve this. I deserve that, because I knew I was worthy already. But now it's like, you know what? I deserve it. Why am I going to stay at just I am worthy? And then when I got to the point of listening to Bob Proctor and Neville Goddard, I knew that the next step would be the I am. The I am manifestation, where you manifest at the end. And the weight of manifesting is to know that you are already what you want to be. You are already what you seek. So you're not saying, I want $1 million, because you will always want $1 million. It'll always be this close. It's I am a multimillionaire. That's what you would say. Or, I would love a beautiful house when XYZ happens. Well, you'll always want that beautiful house. The universe is always going to show you want, because you're coming from a place of lack. So the best way to do it is to say, I'm so grateful for this beautiful new home. Everything is exactly as it should be for me. Everything is perfect, and everything is placed in exactly this place that I would want it to be. And I started getting back into that with manifestation again. Now, one of the announcements I wanted to make was that in my process of channeling, of writing these things down, of going back and re-exploring Bob Proctor and Neville Goddard and Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, I found that there are no YouTube videos without commercials. Like, I would click on a video and I would be like, okay, this is going to be great. And I'm going to sit here and just, take it in. And in 5 minutes, there was a commercial. Like, how are you supposed to manifest? How are you supposed to get into a deep meditative state when every 5 minutes is a commercial, or every 15 minutes is a commercial? That doesn't make any sense to me. And I still couldn't find it. 2 months, and I couldn't find a video that didn't have a commercial in it. So I'm like, I understand that you want to make money, but at the same time, I mean, you're supposed to be helping people manifest and get into a meditative state. How are you supposed to do that when they're interrupted every 5 minutes? So one of the announcements I wanted to make, of course, is that I'm going to be putting out a set of videos. They're going to be maybe 10, 15 minutes each. And they're going to start next week, or at the end of this week. And there will be no commercials. So you can pick the morning meditation, the gratitude meditation, whatever one it is. I'm going to have a meditation for your chakras, which I came up with 5 or 6 months ago. And I did a Zoom class with some other ladies that are also seers and empaths. And I gave them this gift, because it was a gift from my team, and I gifted that to them. And I said, one of these days I'm going to do it on YouTube, and I'm going to go make sure that anyone that wants to sit for like 10 or 15 minutes can listen to it, can do the work, can breathe, and there isn't going to be a commercial in the middle of it, or 5 minutes later that's going to interrupt you, because that makes no sense to me whatsoever. All right. So with that being said, I want to go back, and I just want to go over what I was talking about before with Pamela Anderson. So one of the things that they told me is that she is one of us. She is someone who came here, who answered the call, and I have it all here. This is all. She answered the call. She, like I said, I watched her documentary and all of the things that I said. Her soul remembers the love from the creator. That's what she's been looking for. That's what all of us are really looking for. But the truth is that it's already inside of us. So understanding that we are not separate from the creator. We are the creator's imagination pushed out. The creator pushed us out of itself. The creator, God, Allah, whatever you want to call him, the source of all things. So you have to understand that we are a part of the creator. And I'm going to get a little bit religious for you guys. When Moses asked, when he was getting the 10 commandments, who will I say sent me? And the creator said, tell them I am sent you. I am that I am. So when we say I am, and when we do our manifestation in this way, we are invoking the creative imagination that is from the creator that is inside of us. So when I say in a negative light, I am not rich, or, I'm never lucky, or things like that, that is the same as saying something negative about the creator, because the creator is inside of us. So you're saying something negative about yourself. It's also saying something negative about the creator. The creator sent us with everything that we would need. The universe is abundant, has everything that we want. We just have to go ahead and do the manifestation. I would say ask, but we're not really asking because it's coming from ourselves. The reason why I call this, or I name this, when we change the world, when we change ourselves, man in the mirror, is because the world that we live in is a reflection of us pushed out. Therefore, if you spend your time speaking about yourself in a negative light, all you will see is negativity. If you spend your time talking to yourself in a positive light, then all you will see is positivity. Now, is it going to be overnight? It could be overnight. It depends on how much you believe in it. But it could take longer. How long have you been speaking about yourself in such a negative light? It's like losing weight. It's taken me years to gain weight. I'm not going to lose weight in 20 days, in 30 days. It's going to take time to lose the weight. So it's the same thing. It's going to take time for you to get from that negative state, negative self-talk, all the way to a positive state with positive self-talk, having gratitude for every moment of your life, regardless of what you see in the outside world, regardless of what's going on. Now, a lot of people are going to say, everything that's going on in the world right now, well, it's the same thing. What you focus and what you spend your time viewing and watching and speaking about and talking about is what you will always see. I refuse to watch the news. I don't know what's going on. And I'm not going to watch the news to know what's going on, because it is my job to sit in my meditative state, to bring in the light and anchor the light where I am. And if we all do that, like if every single person in the world, I can't even say that has a gift. If every single person in the world sat in that meditative state 10, 15 minutes every single day to pull in that light, things will change in the world. Again, I have to be the change that I want to see. I'm not going to see it out there. I have to be the change that I want to see. When I change, the world change, because the world has to shift in order for my manifestations to come through. That's the only way that it's going to happen, guys. Okay. So going back to all the stuff that I've been writing, because of everything that I have been channeling in the last 2 months. So they told me that Pamela Anderson is a warrior, not a worrywart. She is a warrior. So she's a fighter. She's one of these people that came in that's going to do the fighting, that's going to be outspoken, that's going to do the things that she needs to do to get her point across, which is really great. Okay, let's see. That's not part of it. All right. And then they gave me a bunch of things for manifestation and things like that, but I'm not going to go in through all of that. Just remember that when we manifest, we're going to be using the I am, not I want, not I deserve, not I am worthy. It's I am. So it's I am abundant. I am beautiful. I am power. I am healthy. It's not I would like to be healthy one day, because you're always going to want to be healthy one day. That's what the universe will send you. So I will be doing those videos for you guys and separating them, and they will not have commercials, and you'll be able to sit down for 10 or 15 minutes, have a gratitude one, have one for the morning, one to let go, release the day in the evening, things like that. Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. Let's get to my next pages. So another thing that I wanted to go over with you guys with the manifestation, and this is from, I have so much stuff written down. Neville Goddard. So with Neville Goddard, he was back in the 20s and the 30s. If you've never heard of him, there are a lot of videos on YouTube. They're all actually AI, and not all of them go over the teachings as he actually put it through. If you want to hear Neville Goddard's actual voice and the actual classes that he would give, you can go on Spotify. His albums, because they used to be albums, are on Spotify, so you'll be able to hear him there. Now they're very rough, they're very like low. At some point you can hear it where he like walks away from the microphone and walks back. So if you have headphones, it's better to listen to them with the headphones, because you could be able to hear him in his actual voice and hear how he does the manifestations and things like that and all of his teachings. But every person that does manifestations, whether we channel or not, it's all the same thing. It's just different ways of teaching it. That's all it is. But it's all the same message. And it's funny that he was back in the 20s and we're still going through this now in the 2025, guys. So one of the things that he talked about was, when you go to manifest, when you're going to sleep, he called sleep kind of like a death. So when you go to sleep at night, what you need to do is make sure that your last thought is not a negative thought. It's not the news that you watch, things like that. It's a positive thought, and that you're putting forth exactly what it is that you want, whatever it is that you're going to manifest. I mean, you can go to sleep saying, tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. Tomorrow tomorrow is a day of miracles. Tomorrow is a day of surprises, things like that. And go to sleep doing that. One of the things that I do in the morning, and this is going to be a part of the morning video, is that I say happiness to myself. Now, when you do that, it's going to be, I feel that people fall into 3 categories. All right. Me, the first category, if I say happiness to myself, even if it's in my head, I start smiling, I start feeling it in my soul, and I get to the point where I start saying happiness out loud, and I'm happy. And then I continue with my meditation, with my manifestations for the morning, for the day. Then you're going to have another group of people that when they say happiness, they'll hear it in their head. They'll kind of smile and they'll say, oh, that was pretty cool, but that'll be it. And then you'll have a group of people that will look and say, yeah, I'm not doing that. That's like the stupidest shit ever. And the reason is because they're not there yet. They don't feel it yet. These are people that could be riddled with anxiety, with depression, things like that. And they don't think that something that small is going to help them. And they don't think that, they're still in that 3D mindset of, take medication and things like that. Now, I'm not a doctor by any means, but it doesn't hurt to try. There's always going to be those 3 categories of people. The person that's going to feel it in their heart is going to want to jump up and down and say happiness, and they're going to be happy. And then the person that's going to be like, oh, that was good, it made me feel better, but it's not going to get to that level. And then you're going to have the naysayers that are not going to even try to do it because, that's crazy. It can't work. And that's okay. Sooner or later, they'll get there, or they won't, and they'll stay in their 3D, and you'll move up to where you need to move up to. So that's perfectly fine. And I see that there's like 1 or 2 people on, which is great. Just, go ahead and put a message in the chat, say hi, so we know that you're here. Let me move this book over, because those are some of the manifestations that I'm still putting together for the videos that I'm going to be doing. Let's see. And then one of the things that you always manifest is, of course, money, abundance, and things like that. And it was funny because I used to say I want financial freedom, or I want to, things like that. And then I heard someone on Instagram say, well, you know, if you say you want financial freedom, homeless people are financially free. Homeless people are financially independent. And I was like, oh, I shouldn't say that. So I don't say that anymore. You know, I'll say financially abundant. I'll say that, what's one of the other ones here? I write everything down. I'll say, you know, financially abundant. I am provided for. I am chosen. I am receiving money every single day. I am open to infinite possibilities. I am fulfilled in every way. I am the operating power in my world. I am loved. I am stable. Like, these are all of the things that I go over and that I say on a daily basis. Because as I said before, things aren't going to change until you change. You have the view that you have of yourself and of the world has to change for you to see the world change. All right. So many things written down. Okay. And then another thing that I was thinking of doing is maybe doing a video talking about with manifestation saying, I am worthy. Not everyone can start with the I am. And I was one of those people. I started with I am worthy. And I would, I am worthy of abundance. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of being healthy, things like that. And then once I went from worthy to I deserve. So I'll probably do one saying, I am worthy of this and that, just for anyone that maybe isn't there yet with the I am. And then I'll do one with I deserve. And of course, always gratitude at the end. And then you'll have the I ams of manifestation as well. Let's see. Is there anything else I have to go over? Now, everything else here, all of these pages are all the manifestations. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull cards. Now, I did want to show you the card I pulled on Instagram because I didn't read the entire card. And it's fitting that this is the card that came up. This is Sacred Union. And only the ones of love and the lover is eternal. Surrender your heart into this union, for all else in the world is momentary. The divine has been seducing you with love, beauty, and now in your surrendered state, you seduce the divine. You are calling such passionate devotion to your cause, such clever and capable assistance, such graceful intervention. The divine cannot resist your true inner beauty. Be bold. Claim the love, the divine connection and support that is your sacred birthright. So I feel that it's fitting that this is the card that came up for today, because this is what we're doing. Understanding that the divine, the creator, God is inside all of us, is then also understanding that we are able to create whatever we want from our imagination, from our manifestations. And when you understand that, the sky's the limit. The only limit that you have is the limit you put on yourself. Because you can go to sleep every day or you can meditate every day saying, I'm a multimillionaire. But if you have that little voice in your head saying, yeah, right, or no, you're not, it's not going to happen. You have to feel it in your heart. You have to go through and look at the checks that you're writing. Look at the transfers that you do in your bank account. Look at the people that you help, things like that. You have to feel it in your heart, in your soul for it to be true, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference. If you're consciously saying these things, but in your subconscious, it's the total opposite. That's what your subconscious is what you feel. That's what your subconscious is going to take. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference. It's not going to say, well, she feels this way or he feels this way, but I'm going to go with the words. It's not going to do that. It's going to go with the feeling that you have, regardless of the words that are coming out of your mouth. So that's why I think starting out with a couple of videos of manifesting with I am worthy or I deserve is going to help a lot of people as well. And again, these videos will not have commercials at all. I have yet to find a video manifesting where someone is actually going through with you where there isn't a commercial in between. All right, so I am going to do messages from the cosmic oracles. And this is all collective message. If you're not on live, then what will happen is that, you'll just see it afterwards. And if it is something that helps you, great. If not, maybe this isn't for you. And that's perfectly okay. Another thing that I did want to talk to you guys about with those dreams that I was talking to you about, because I've been having some wacky dreams. I also had a dream that was kind of like the maze runner. You go through the maze and there's obstacles and things like that. And that was one of the things where I was like, wait a minute, why am I even doing this? This is a dream. This is like a waste of my time. And Spirit said to me, it's all an illusion. So everything that's going on in this world is all an illusion. So it's up to you what it is that you want to live. If you want to live in the illusion that is the now, that is what everyone is looking at, or if you want to create the world that you want to live in, which is what I want. Wow. What is your inner voice asking you? Listen and act. And if Spirit is calling you to be in solitude, to be in your fortress of solitude, do it, because it will bring you so much clarity. You'll be able to hear better. You'll be able to see better as well, spiritually speaking. You must forgive if you want to be free to do it yourself. If you want to forgive, you forgive. If you don't, it's really up to you. We are, you have free will. You do whatever it is that you want to do. Remember that we all came here with our life plans. And remember that the people that did us wrong and that did things to us, we signed those soul contracts as well. So if you want to forgive them, you forgive them. If not, you don't have to. They came here to do what they were supposed to do. Oh. Do your thoughts need a reboot? Focus on the good in your life. And that was something that I went through. It was a reboot of all of the things that were going on, the thoughts in my head, because there was a lot of blah, 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 blah in there. A lot of things that I had to, silence and let go of and start fresh. Okay, let's see. And it looks like there's a lot of people in the collective that were going through the same thing. Now, right now, there's only one person on. So, whoever sees this later on, hopefully this will be something that will help you. Okay. Let your feelings out, all of them, even the ones that scare you. So if you are someone who is not saying the things that you want to say, talking the way you want to speak, not standing up for yourself, it's time for you to stand up for yourself. And it's time for you to let people know how you feel, whether, they like it or not. You have the right to let people know what it is that you feel. Hey, I didn't like what you said. And because of XYZ, there is nothing wrong with that. Okay. Ooh. Look around and find some signs the universe is speaking to you. And I love it that it has a guitar. Look at that, guys. It's just a couple more from here. Let's see what else we're going to get. Make time to play, have fun, and be free. So make time to play. If you're not playing and if you're not doing things for yourself, if you're not taking time out for yourself, it's time for you to start doing it, okay? Remember that it's okay to be happy. It really is. Make sure that you are doing the things that make you happy and you're doing the things that make your soul soar. Open your heart, not just a little bit, but let it overflow all the way. Open your heart all the way. And it doesn't necessarily need to be for someone else. This could just be for you because you need to learn to love yourself. All right, let's put these cards back. I am going to pull, I actually want to pull the Earth Warriors guide. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here it is. Is this it? No, this isn't it. Where are my earth warriors? This is medicine women. Hold on. Where are those cards? Hold on a second, guys. Just gotta find those cards. I thought they were right here. Now I can't find them for whatever reason. And they're not in the box. No, they're supposed to be right here. Here they are. Perfect. And I will read it from the book if I do need to, but I want to get a card from my Earth Warriors and see what Gaia has to say. And wow, okay, that flew. Am I taking all of the cards? Yes. So the first one that came out was Goddess of Teotihuacana. She guards the waters of life. Then we have the Clan of the Wolf Heart. We are the ones we've been waiting for. And that's fitting because we are the ones that we've been waiting for. Stop waiting for someone else to save us, for the aliens to save us, the creator to save us. With our manifesting, with our meditation, with anchoring the light that comes through from the creator, this is how we make the change that we want to see in the world, by changing ourselves. And Mama Kila, which is the mandala of the moon. So let me see with the book. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to give you a small excerpt of what this is about. So the goddess of Teotihuacana, she is the guardian of the water. She appears in times of purification and cleansing, leading to enhanced fertility. So I don't know if anybody here is looking for that. You are a generator of positive energy as fuel for constructive outcomes. We need your vitalized being to keep nourishing the human collective with helpful alternatives. What am I saying? What have I just said? Helpful alternatives to what is going on in the world today. That is you. To mainstream consciousness, you will be protected and supported at the deep level of the soul, as to become the creator and custodian of a clean reservoir of consciousness from which souls thirsty for purity, relief, and love can drink. That's what we're talking about right now. There's a lot of changes going on, and the changes that are coming through, we are the ones that are going to affect that change. Are we going to affect it in the positive light or in the negative light? It's completely up to you. So let's look at the Clan of the Wolf Heart, number 14. All right, so this is a soul collective with boundaries beyond bloodlines and geography. It is based on soul connections to love's wisdom and higher truths of the divine. So this collective is united through wolf medicine and the heart, and these qualities of the divine feminine unify, allowing for a palatable experience of oneness that brings power to our collective wisdom and purpose. So these cards are all about the purpose that you have right now, the purpose that we have as a collective. Are we going to continue to go with the mainstream, or are we going to anchor our light and anchor the positive and anchor the happiness? Because we need to feel happiness. We need to feel joy. Love is the most powerful thing that we can feel in the universe. And love can when it is properly anchored in a place, can undo the hate in so many people, hundreds of thousands of people, believe it or not. And then let's look at Mama Kila. 35, 33. And this is the lunar mother. So Mama Kila is the lunar mother. And she says, I, the lunar mother, bring you my mandala of the moon to manifest through the law of magnetic attraction. My mandala is the sacred portal through which your dreams, intentions, and visions shall pass into the wholeness of being from the realm of inspiration into the world of form on earth. So this is what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about meditation. I'm talking about bringing your dreams, your wishes, your wants into fruition, and doing it in a certain way that there will be no question to the universe, to your higher self, of what it is that you want at this time. Very important. And I love the way the cards, when they come through, they actually are, what's the word I want to use? The word is fleeting right now. I'll think of the word, don't worry. All right, so I'm going to go with the Dragon Oracle and see what we get from the dragons at this time. It's not complete. It doesn't complete. It's, shoot, what is the word that it's on the tip of my tongue right now. But when you're channeling and it's hard to. All right, let's see with the dragons. So we have the culmination, completion, and renewal. Wow. And legacy and persistence. So again, it's all the same information that we're going through. We need to be persistent. We need to leave a legacy behind. We are at a culmination point of renewal, of completion. We are completing a cycle and starting a brand new one. This is what I was talking about in the beginning, where it was going through, I went through the death and then a rebirth. So it's the same thing. And look how the goddess sits on top of the dragon. And she's like, yeah, I'm in charge. I'm large and in charge. Cherishing the day, bliss. And this is something that we need to really go through on a daily basis. When you curse someone, when you are upset with someone, when you allow someone else to change your mood, the only thing that you're doing is that you're hurting yourself. When you curse another person, you curse yourself. When you allow the interaction that happened with someone else ruin your entire day, your only thing that you're doing is that you're hurting yourself. That's all that you're doing. The best thing to do is say it is what it is. And if someone is doing this and they're doing it just because they are who they are and that's what they're doing, I mean, just walk away. That's what I do. I say, oh, it is what it is. If they're trying to insult me, I just give it back to them. Oh, are you trying to insult me? Oh, okay. And I walk away and they just stand there like, wait, what? So don't buy into that. Don't allow yourself to become a part of that nonsense, because it's nonsense. That's all it is. Remember, if love is the one feeling that can change and anchored into a place, can change over 100,000 people, can like completely wipe out the hate of at least 100,000 people where you are, if you're doing it properly, then this is just someone who sees your light, who sees what you can do and is trying to get you to lower your light. Same thing with people who come to you and say, well, you really should take it down a notch, like trying to get you to lower yourself. And I say it with love. No, that's no, it's not going to happen. It's going to stay as big as it is, and it's going to be the way it is. And if it's hurting you because my light hurts you, then you can stay over there. And that's how you have to do it, guys. Don't allow anyone to tell you to take it down a notch, because you are who you are, and don't be afraid of it. Not one bit. Now I'm pulling the life clarifying situations. Let's see what cards we get from this, from the collective. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. If you do have a question, I can pull a card for you. And 3 cards fell out. And are we? Wow. You cannot make this up, guys. Every card that I'm pulling has to do with everything that I spoke about in the beginning. Heart's desire. Sing along to your heart's song, for it knows what you truly want. You manifest your heart's desire, guys. Tide of transition. What did I say? Is a transition from death to rebirth. A lot of people are going through this right now. Embrace the tides of change with openness, allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transformation into love and work. You can't make this up, guys. Valley of the shadows. Step into the enveloping valley of shadows. Here, fears are faced, and the courage is forged in dimly lit paths, believe it or not. So when you go through that dark night of the soul, when you go through that death, it's dark, but there's always that light at the end of the tunnel that you're looking for. If you do it in love, guys, if you do it anchoring your soul, remembering that God is within you, the creator is within you. We are the creator's imagination pushed out into the world. Therefore, we know that we are not apart from the creator, and we know that we are not apart from each other, because we all of that spark from the creator. It is so much easier to get through what it is that you're going through. Okay. And then we have the flame of courage, of course, the flame of courage. Ignite the flame of courage, lighting the path of bravery amidst shadows of fear. Now, not everyone that is a light worker is going to be doing what I'm doing, and not everyone that's a light worker is going to be a warrior. And I know it sounds like I'm saying a warrior like they're worrying, but it's what I mean. It's this person is like a knight in shining armor, male or female. They're the ones that do the fighting, that have the courage to do the things that need to be done. Where we're the ones, I know what I do is this, and I am an anchor for light, for love, where I am at this time and at this moment. And spirit can tell me in a year from now or 2 years from now, hey, you got to move over here. You got to anchor light over there now, because we basically form a grid, guys. All right. So what cards am I going to be pulling next? I actually want to pull the Mary Magdalene Oracle deck. And give me a minute, guys, because I have a new setup too. And I have my cards on the side over here, so it's easier for me to get to them. Okay. All right, Mary Magdalene. Oh, did that card turn over? Did it turn over? Let's see. No, it did not turn over. Okay. Let's see, Mary Magdalene. And she's telling me to pull the top card and the bottom card. And the bottom card is the cave. Sanctuary exists within. Again, with the same theme. And the fourth power, I am the beloved. So you are the beloved. We are the beloved. Why? Because we are not separate from the creator. The creator is within us. It is the light spark. It is the soul that we have. And our soul, yes, is inside of our body, but we also have an oversoul, or a higher self that is above us, that is there to help us and walk us through as well. And this is great. Let's see. Is there another card? Another card, Mary. Card. What does the collective need to know for today, Mary? What does the collective need to know for today? And I have some cards that fell out. Wow. I can't make this up, guys. The Cave of Eggs. We exist in and with each other. And look at the card right there. And then we have the legacy. Love is always legendary. Didn't I have another card with legacy? With the dragons, there was a legacy card as well. So it's not even a theme. It's an acknowledgement. Oh my gosh, the word does not want to come out. It's like all the cards are it's a completion. It's an acknowledgement. I'll get the word. I'll get the word. All right. And I'm going to pull the Lightworkers Oracle deck, by Rebecca Campbell. Haven't used this deck in a while, obviously. Let's see. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you and not to you. So what this means is that life does not happen to you. Life happens. Life happens for you and through you. Those are two things. For you, because it's what you signed up for. It's the soul contract that we have. And it's all of the things that we agreed that we wanted to go through. But it's happening through us as well, because we are the master manifestors of our life. We are the author of our life. We are the creators. We are the ones that can decide as well whether we are going to go through positive or negative. So it all depends on what you say and how you say and how you speak to yourself. So if you're not spending your days saying, I am loved, I am beautiful, I am the creator of my abundance, I am the master manifester, I am the master promoter of my life. If you're not going through these things every day and saying these things to yourself every day, and what you're doing is saying the opposite, then you will experience all of the negativity that you speak to yourself of yourself. So I know it's harsh to hear, but it is the truth. And it's the same thing with other people. You'll say, like, why is this person that way? Well, you know what? Change the vocabulary that you have with that person in your manifestations. Instead of always saying, like, this person's always a deadbeat. You know what? Start saying, so-and-so has an amazing job. So-and-so always pays their bills. So-and-so always does this. Sooner or later, you're not interfering with their life. It's the way you see them that's going to change, and then it will change. And I know what you guys might say, like, I don't want to spend my time on that. Then that's a person that you just need to get out of your life. Okay? If they're not adding to your life, if they're taking away from your life, then they shouldn't be in your life. Okay? So what else does the collective need to know? Starseed, what lights you up? What lights you up right now? What makes you happy? What are the things that you like to do that will make your soul soar, that will make your soul sing? Think about that. Because if you're not doing it, or you're not doing it enough, then you need to get on it and start doing it for yourself. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. So again, with people, places, and things, that if they are not adding to my life, then they need to get out of my life. So this is the things that you need to do. And it may hurt, and it may be something where you might have a pause or feel like, oh, this is kind of like a death for me. That's okay. Grieve, but move on. Don't sit in that grief. And you never know. They might get it one day, and they might be able to understand it one day and come in a better light, in a different light, adding to. But if not, then, not every relationship is meant to be kept. Any more? Let's see. And dance with life. Do something to change your energy. That's a lot of people need to do that right now. A lot of people need to change their energy. I know that a lot of people are focusing on the news and all the things that are going on. I will not focus on that. That changes your energy. It changes your state of mind. And I'm here to anchor, and I'm here to bring in the light. And so those things are not going to be a part of what I want to see, or what I want as a part of my life on a daily basis. Hold on a sec. The Divine Feminine. I'm pulling the Divine Feminine Oracle deck, which is different than the Mary Magdalene deck. All right. What does the collective need to know right now, please? Collective need to know. Oh. So we have the goddess of the light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. So part of the name for today's readings is Man in the Mirror. And Man in the Mirror is a song by Michael Jackson. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't heard it, I suggest that you go on YouTube or Google it or whatever you need to do. He knew what he was talking about. In the song, it says, you are the man in the mirror. He says, you have to be the change that you want to see. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't like what you see, you can't change the mirror, right? You got to change the person that's in the mirror, which is yourself. I suggest that you guys do a little experiment and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. I want you to keep doing that over and over and over again. Some people might cry. Some people might do it over and over again and know that, yes, they love themselves and that they are loved. And some people, I've heard of some people who have done that experiment and have broken the mirror because it's just so much hate in their heart. Do that as an experiment, because the world is a mirror. It's going to mirror back what you believe in yourself, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's at work, whatever it is that you do. So it's time for you to start loving yourself. It's time for you to start learning that the love of the Creator is inside of you. It's inside of you every day. And every day that you say that you are not worthy or that you hate yourself or things like that, it's the same as saying that the Creator is not worthy, that the Creator hates you. The Creator loves you immensely. We are a part of the Creator, the part of the Creator that the Creator pushed out in his or her divine imagination to create us, to have us in this world. So how dare we say that we're not worthy? We are worthy because we are that light spark from the Creator. We are worthy of everything and anything that we wish to have in our lives. All right. That's my wish for everyone here, for everyone that sees this, whether you're on the live or you see it afterwards, is for you to learn to love yourself. You cannot have someone come into your life to love you if you don't love yourself. What you will get is a mirror image of what you feel about yourself at that very moment. And it is up to you. You have free will. If you want to go over that, if you want to deal with a narcissist again, if you want to deal with someone who's abusive, things like that, because you don't love yourself, because you don't believe in yourself. So we need to get out of that. And like I said before, the videos I'm going to put out, I hope that you guys use them. They will not have commercials ever, ever, ever. I will not put commercials on them. I think that's the dumbest thing, that you put a meditation out, but then every 15 minutes there's a commercial. How are you going to meditate? It makes no sense. And that's just my 2 cents. All right, Divine Feminine. Gaia. What do you have for the collective? What else do we have to say to the collective? Oh, oh, oh. We don't want them to fall. Come on. You're saying the bottom deck, the bottom card on the deck. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Rita of Cassia, the patroness of impossible causes. Nothing is impossible, guys. Nothing is impossible if you believe in yourself. Only we can limit ourselves with the beliefs and the thoughts that we have about ourselves. I am miraculous. Yes, you are. And you can say that to yourselves right now. I am a miraculous being, because we are. My prayers create powerful channels of possibilities. Hear that again. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. So how are you praying? How are you manifesting? How are you meditating on a daily basis? Because if you're using the I am of possibilities. And I'm just going to read a couple of the ones that I have here that I channeled, that I wrote down, because I think some of you guys need to hear this. So my tissue box. Sometimes I get Let's see. I have a couple here. I am proof that God's imagination is in me. I am the doorway of my reality. I am the mirror of my reality. I am the vessel through which my reality is formed. I am a limitless creator. I live from a place of inner knowing and inner being. I align with the flow of divine abundance. I am aligned with my visions. I am shaping the world. I am called to a higher state. Let's see. I am complete, whole, and perfect in every way possible. I am the author and I am the master of my reality and my destiny. I am free from the limitations of time, space, and circumstance. Nothing is impossible. I am free from doubt. I am the master of my fate. I am the creator of my own experience. I am not bound by the past, the present, or the future. That's just a couple of the manifestations that I have that I've written down that will be on the separate videos, guys. I just wanted to read some of them because the cards are just acknowledging everything that I'm talking about at this time. Every single card has been an acknowledgement of everything that I'm talking about, and it's just amazing and wonderful to see that Spirit always acknowledges, what it is that I've channeled, what it is that I've been talking about. And I've been talking about this for a long time. Well, not a long time. It may feel like a long time to me, but it's not. Sekhmet, the red lady. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving a voice to it. And that's second card about giving voice to your feelings. A lot of us don't talk about our feelings. A lot of us don't voice what we want to say. A lot of us allow other people to just walk all over you. It's time for that to stop. It's time for you to have a voice, to share your voice, and to talk about the things that you want to talk about, and to say the things and say, hey, I didn't like what you did. I didn't like XYZ. I didn't like what you did. And, that's all I wanted to say. So it's time for you to do that. I am pure strength. That right there is an I am manifestation. If you don't feel that you have strength in your life right now, saying I am pure strength, I am powerful, things like that. I am a magnet for strength. I am a magnet for abundance will help you. All right. Do we have any more cards from the Divine Oracle? Do we have any cards from the Divine Oracle? Anything else that you want to say today for the collective? Anything else for the collective, please? Anything else for the collective, please? No. Yes, no. The bottom. Queen Esther, the morning star. My ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. Trust in your soul. Trust in divine timing. All divine timing is your manifestations, and it is you moving up into the higher realms, moving up to that timeline that already has what it is that you want in your life. But remember, when we're manifesting, it's not I want, or I have to have this, or I wish I could have this. It's I am. You are already what you seek. You are already what you're wanting for. But if you say I want, or I have, or I would like, you're always going to be wanting, because it's coming from a place of lack. So we are going to get rid of that. All right. So what other card should I pull? I think I'm going to pull. They're telling me to pull the Romance Oracle deck, but I don't know about that. I guess I'll pull it because that's what they're telling me to do. So there must be some people that are looking for romance. Remember, we're not looking for love in all the wrong places. We're looking for the love of the divine. Our soul remembers that love. Our soul remembers that connection. And that's why some of us look for love all the time. But In order for you to find the love that you're looking for, you have to go into yourself, find that solitude. You have to go in and manifest that love for yourself first. Love may come with sacrifices. Evaluate what you're willing to give up. And that's what I'm talking about. This is probably why they wanted me to pull it. Love is not a sacrifice. Love is not a want, or love is not pain, and love is not. So if you experience that type of love, that is not love. You shouldn't have to sacrifice who you are for love. Okay, guys? That's not something that you should be doing. All right? Don't be a pick me. Be the queen that be the queen that is going to be getting and that's going to receive their king. Love is a bridge connecting souls. Cherish those connections. So connection is there, but what type of connection is it that you're going to be receiving? Evaluate what it is that you feel about yourself and what it is that you want for yourself and what it is that you believe in yourself. Do that before you start searching for that other person in your life, okay? What else does the collective need to know? What else does the collective need to know? Keep the flame of passion alive. It is the heartbeat of love. And never underestimate the power of a heartfelt apology. So somebody might be going through some type of experience where they need to make an apology, where they need to ask for forgiveness, maybe. I don't know, because I'm not the one that's going through this, but this is probably going to be a couple of different cards for a couple of different people that are going to be watching this. All right. And if it doesn't fit you, it's perfectly okay. It means it's not for you. All right, my loves. Don't try to fit yourself in something that you're not, isn't a part. Someone you wish for is coming into your life. Okay, well, I hope this person that you wish for is the person that's coming in is your king to your queen, not your king, your page to your queen. Okay. Celebrate. Today, celebrate the love you share with those who matter most. And love is a beautiful journey and you're on the right path. So that's great. I hope whoever this is for, that you are on the right path and you have that king that or queen that you were looking for. And I hope that you are the king or queen for that person. Heartbreak is a part of human experience. It will pass. I'm going to get one more card. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Just looking at the time, guys. All right. Falling fast. Love happens quickly, but don't lose yourself in the process. And anticipation. Embrace the sweet anticipation of love's arrival in your life. It's coming. So for some of you guys, there's going to be heartbreak. For some of you guys, it's going to be an anticipation of exactly what you were waiting for. And again, if this doesn't fit, it's perfectly okay. And I do hear divorce. So someone could be going through a divorce as well. You will meet an interested party or a new love on a night out. You never know. Let's hope it's not at a bar. I don't know about meeting someone at a bar anymore. I don't go to bars, FYI. So let's see. And I'm pulling the Earth's Oracle deck. Earth and Bone Oracle deck. And we had all these cards full out. Am I keeping all of them? They said yes. The Pack, Inner Work, Deep Connections, and Soul Tribe. And then we have the Owl, which is Wisdom, Independent, Thinking, and Enlightenment. So again, keeping with the theme, illusion, uncertainty, and narcissism. So again, the world is an illusion. It is up to us to decide what it is that we want to live through. Uncertainty, narcissism, been there, done that. I'm good. I'm more of the Owl, the enlightenment, the independent, the wisdom, and then the Burrow, exhaustion, questioning, motivations, and realignment. So a lot of us, as I said before, are going through the same thing. There's uncertainty for some of you. You're going through a realignment. You're going to go through a death and a rebirth. You're going to reevaluate what it is that you're doing right now. Is this what you want to do? Is this what you're going to be going forth with? Is there something else that you want to do, but you're afraid to take that leap of faith? Go inside. Go into that fortress of solitude. Take the time, meditate, pray, whatever it is that you want to do. The answers will come to you. Okay. Remember that the universe has you. The universe is always going to respond to you, but make sure that your meditations are positive. It's not, well, I don't want this or I don't want that. I am abundant. I am healthy. I am a magnet for prosperity. I am prosperous. If you're looking to get a new job, and I want you to feel and imagine yourself getting that promotion. See yourself shaking hands, how much money you're going to be making. Look at that, see that paycheck, and just say to yourself, I am whatever the position is. I am successful in everything that I do. All of my clients, I have one that has to do with clients, but you can say, like, I'm grateful for all of the clients that I have. They are all happy with all of the work that I do for them. There's different ways of saying it, but I have them all written down, and every day I get more channels and more channels, which is why I'm going to be waiting until the end of the week to put out the first videos. Okay. But the first one is going to be the one with the chakra healing. All right, let's see. And no commercials. That's very important. No commercials. So you can do your 10 or 15-minute meditation without being interrupted with a commercial. Oh, yeah. All right. What else? What else does the collective need to know? What else? Warrior. Oh my gosh. This is what we've been talking about. We've been talking about this since the beginning. Inner strength, clarity, and presence. Make sure that when you walk into a room, you have presence in that room. Make sure that when you speak, you speak with clarity. So there isn't an issue with what you're saying. You have the inner strength. You have the power within you, guys. There is no reason for you to let anyone to tell you to take it down a notch. Oh, you're too much. Well, guess what? If I'm too much for you, then you're not the right person to be in my life. Just that plain and simple. It's like, I've seen so many videos where they're like, oh, this girl's a gold digger or something like that because you took her out to dinner, and now, honey, I'm not a gold digger because you paid for my dinner. I'd be a gold digger if I was after your yacht or something like that. So do not take it down a notch. Do not let people tell you that you are too much. If I'm too much for you, then you're just not enough. You're just basic, and you need to move it along. Do not change who you are for anyone. I'm telling you right now, it's not worth it. And then the other one is cage. So with the cage, what this means is freedom, release, and reclaiming your power. Reclaim your power. Do not allow anyone else to take that from you. But you have to understand that when someone takes your power, you're allowing this. You're allowing it by not speaking up. You're allowing it by stepping back. You're allowing it by not saying anything. So make sure that you keep your power where your power is supposed to be. Your power lies within you. And you say every day to yourself, I am powerful. I am full of strength. And you repeat those words to yourself all the time so that you know that no one can take that power away from you. Okay? Release all the negativity. Release what no longer serves you, or who no longer serves you, who no longer needs to be a part of your life, my love. Okay. Recovery, moving on, and finding peace. Flow. We need to flow with the divine. Flow with life. When you flow and when you allow that flow to come through with you, and you're not fighting against it's like you're going down river, but instead of going with the flow of the river, you're trying to paddle up river. Stop doing that. Sit back, take a step back, and just go with the flow of the river. Go with the flow of life. Go with the flow of, You know, abundance flows to me at every turn. Prosperity flows to me at every turn. Money flows to me at every turn, on a daily basis. Go with the flow of life, not against the flow of life, guys. It's so much easier. One more card for the collective, please. One more card for the collective. One more card for the collective. And if any of you guys, like I said before, have a question, you want me to pull a card for you, a yes or no question, I don't need to know what the question is. Just let me know in the chat. Say yes, I'm ready, and I'll pull a card for you, and see what the question says about what the card says about your question. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything else for the collective? Anything else for the collective, Spirit? And yes, you are going to be okay. I just heard that question. You are going to be okay. It is going to be okay. Make sure that you do your affirmations. Make sure that you work on you. Forget about what happened. Forget about what that other person did. Forget about what's going on. That's not something you need to think about or worry about anymore. Work on yourself. You're going to be okay. All right. I'm going to pull the Moonology cards. And I think I'm going to do one more deck, and then I'm going to be done after this. Oh, wow. What do you need to release? The waning moon. And that's what I was just talking about. Release what no longer serves you. This is like a couple of cards already talking about release. So the collective has a lot to release. This is what I was talking about in the beginning. There was a lot that I had to release. I was in the fortress of solitude for 2 months, guys. For 2 months, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, doing what I needed to do, doing my research, channeling. I even started channeling Neville Goddard, and he was like, I'm here, whatever you need. We can do it. So do I keep these cards? Yes, it's telling me yes. And I can't make this up again, because these cards are all cards that we've been pulling over and over and over again. You're very close to achieving your goal. It's going to be okay, guys. It's going to be okay. Conclusions are within reach. I can't make this up. Spirit is always on point. Spirit is always giving us what we need at the right time. A personal issue reaches resolution, and that's for you. That's for the person that was asking, am I going to be okay? Yes, you are going to be okay. Balance spirituality and practicality. Okay? And you and your loved ones are safe. Cancer, new moon. And I'm covering my face. I'm trying to, so you guys can see the cord. Cancer and new moon. Yes, you are safe. You are safe. It's going to be okay. You're going to do the things that you need to do. Remember to speak to yourself in a positive light. And again, I am going to put those videos out. I'm going to start with the chakra video, and then the second video will most likely be the morning affirmations with gratitude. I'll probably do the morning affirmations and gratitude in the evening, release of the day and affirmations with the gratitude. And then I'll have one larger video where it will just be all affirmations for you, so that you can sit with yourself and just do your meditations. Okay. And then you guys let me know in the comments whether you like them or not. If you want to see different videos with different things, like for specific things. And then I can do that for you as well. And these videos will never have commercials again. Okay, what else do they need to know? What else does it? And that card just flew. Hold on. It flew and it hit my dog. Poor thing. And it's actually 3 cards. Yes. So, wow. The answers you need are coming. The answers you need are coming, my loves. Show the world the real you. Again, with speaking up, standing up for yourself, and letting people know this is who I am, this is what I want, and letting them and coming into your power. A win-win in the outcome is a win-win outcome is forecasted for you. And if you have any legal issues, it could be legal, but I just feel like mentally, spiritually, and physically, it's going to be a win-win for you. All right, I'm going to take one more card from here, and then I'm going to move to a different deck, and that will probably be the last deck that I work on. Okay, guys? All right, let's see. Oh, a time to give rather than take. So if any of you guys have been feeling like you need to take time to make donations, you need to take time to maybe work, work in a soup kitchen or do things that are volunteer basis. That's an okay to do it. All right. So I'm going to take one more deck, guys, and then we'll be done. Let's see. So I'm going to take the yin and yang deck, and this will be the last deck. Wow. Spirit guides. Divine guidance, signs and synchronicities. You have a guardian and they're assisting you. So you can always talk to your guardian. You can talk to your higher self, to your oversoul, but you can always talk to your guardians. We all have spirit guardians. We have people in our lives that have passed away that are part of our spirit team, as well as, I know with me, I have some shamans, Native American, I have a big team that works with me. Am I keeping these? Okay, so they're telling me to keep these 3 cards. So there's disharmony. Someone's going through some conflict, some competition, arguments, harsh communication. And these are all triggers for you. So remember that everything that you're going through, you're learning a lesson. This is something that we signed up for. Yes, I signed up to have a narcissist in my life for a long time, which woke me up and got me to where I need to be now from all of the lessons that I learned from that. So these are all lessons. Take it as that. Sooner or later, you're going to finish learning your lessons and you're going to move on. Do not allow those triggers to continue to be a part of your life. Your triggers are your responsibility. They're not my responsibility or anyone else's. So make sure that you work on those triggers, okay? And then we have a timing card. Autumn timing card. I mean, we are already getting into autumn, or no, we're already in autumn, aren't we? I don't even know. To tell you the truth, the weather here is crazy. So starting over, soul growth, clearing, and new intentions. So I went through all of this in the summertime. So I guess some of you are going through this right now in autumn. It's going to be okay, guys. Go into your fortress of solitude and do the work that you need to do. It's going to be fine. And then twin flames, soulmates, strong soulmates. So you have a telepathic, spiritual, and divine connection with someone. It's okay to have it. It's up to you if you want to continue with it, or if you want to break contact. If maybe you don't want to continue to have that kind of connection and you rather have a 3D connection with the person, it's up to you. But maybe that person isn't ready, and maybe you aren't ready, and that's why you have the divine connection going on. All right. Do we need any more cards for my collective today? What else does the collective need to know, Spirit? Thank you. Appreciation for everything that you do. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. And Spirit always gives us what we need to know. So they're not, especially with my spirit guides, they're no nonsense. If it triggers you, it triggers you. But they're going to tell you what you need to know at this time. Shadow work, reflecting, soul searching, deep introspection, evaluation, hermit energy, and void period. So some of you are going to be going through this. You are going to be going through that fortress of solitude, or you are going through it right now. Go through it, do the work that you need to do, whatever time it takes. And then we have abundance and windfall, gifts, celebration, promotion, opportunity, and successful ventures. So remember to do your manifestations as if you already have what you want. I am prosperous. I am successful. I am financially abundant. I am free. Okay, so make sure that they all are in the I am, not I want, not I would like, I wish I had this house. Say, I'm grateful for my house. Everything is exactly where I want it to be. I am so happy that I have my new home. Imagine yourself opening the door, touching the walls, looking at the furniture, living in the space, and it will come to fruition. You have to also feel it. You have to believe it, not just say the words, guys. Okay. So at this time, it's an hour and 24 minutes. I want to thank everyone that was here. Thank everyone that was a part of the live. For those of you that are not a part of the live, this is a timeless video. You know, you'll get it when you get it, and it will apply to you in some form that you will need help with. Blech, my words. Again, I am White Iris. My channel is White Iris Intuitive. If you are looking for a reading, all of my information is in the description box below. You can email me. I do not email you. I don't DM you or send you a message to see if you want a reading. The pricings are below. Also, how to pay is also below. And I usually do them through Zoom. If you can't be present, what I do is I do it on YouTube, and then I send you a private link via email so that you can view the link. And I usually will send you the video like 5 days after you send payment. But as I said, I do not monetize on YouTube. My videos do not have commercials and will not have commercials. So the way that I earn is by private readings. So I do private readings. I do sound healing as well. I do Reiki healing. And I also do chakra healing at this time. So guys, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being a part of the live stream, if you were. And if not, the video will be here for you guys. Remember that you are the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. If you want to see change, you have to be the change that you want to see. All right. And again, with the announcement, as I said before, I'm going to be putting out a series of videos that are going to help with manifestation. And I think it's going to be like a total of 5 to 6 videos. And I'm going to have them out, a couple of videos every single week, so that by the end of October, they're all out and you guys can view them at any time that you want. No commercials whatsoever. All right. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate every single one of you that were here today, and all of you that will see this video later on. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Have a great, amazing, wonderful day, and only miracles and surprises for you every single day. Every single day. Love you. And I can't end the stream. Let's see. There we go. I can end the stream now. All right, guys. Love you.